The Duleep Trophy, the season 2024, the first round has just got completed. So let's take a look at what has happened so far. Some very interesting and intense Test cricket. It was definitely very fun to watch. Both games were really tight. From good fight by all the four teams. It's a very good start. So let's take up the first game, which happened in Bangalore. It was between India A and B. So we know India A led by Shubman Gill and India B by Abhimanyu Easwaran. So it was India A who had won the toss, and they had decided to have a bowl. So I think India B, they initially started off pretty well with the bat. Good Jaiswal as usual showing his intent, and Abhimanyu Easwaran showed good resistance. But then later on they lost two quick wickets in quick succession, and then the brothers, of course, Mushir and Sarfaraz, they held their stuck in there till the lunch session. But post lunch, some good stuff from India A. I think Avesh Khan bowled a very good spell initially. He bowled a very good in-swinger to dismiss Sarfaraz. But Mushir Khan, this young man, this special lad, just played absolutely brilliantly. I think he's a really special talent. Of course, we know from the Ranji Trophy season, the quarterfinals, he got a fantastic double 100 against Baroda, and then in the second innings he got 55. I mean around 36, and then in the semi-final he played a good knock of 55, and then of course he played a clutch knock of 136 in the final as well. So, and now he's carrying on that form into this tournament. So he, at 19 years of age, he's that hunger to score runs and that ability to stay patient and occupy the crease. He shows that he's really special. So again, he kept standing on end very well. He showed his resistance. Well, wickets were falling at the other end. It was getting hard for them at 94 for 7. But this man kept fighting. And Navdeep Saini as well. After that, a magical partnership of around 205. These two, like Navdeep Saini, I think we underestimate Navdeep Saini with the bat. I think India also underestimated him. They kept trying to, at some point of time, they started going in a very defensive approach of trying to attack him and attack him out. And as they kept bowling more to him, he got comfortable. I remember Navdeep Saini even got a 40 round knock against New Zealand a few years ago. I remember watching that game. So Navdeep Saini is definitely a capable candidate with the bat, and he showed that. And he gave good support. I think that is what Mushir Khan was expecting, and they gave massive support that turned around the game completely. From 94 for 7, India B went on to get 300. So they went on to get around 321, which from the position they were in, it's a massive recovery. So I think credit to him, 181. I think he could have batted much longer. Then he thought that you need to score quickly because it's only a 4-day game. You have to make sure you get those runs quickly, and he went for it. Unfortunately, a very fantastic innings from Mushir and some good support from Saini. So 321 looked a very good score, but we know India A has a lot of experience. They have lot of. You have Shubman Gill, you have Mayank Agarwal, KL Rahul, and of course our current trend Mr. Riyan Parag as well. So I think they started off pretty well. Mayank Agarwal and Shubman Gill, they played a lot of fantastic shots. I think that first they really dominated that first session. But again after that, after the start they had got, I think Navdeep Saini bowled an absolute peach to get Shubman Gill. They bowled I think Shubman Gill, they bowled initially they gave him a lot of width, but then later they kept it tight on him. They applied pressure. They bowled stump to stump. And now Navdeep Saini bowled that stunning delivery to get Shubman Gill. Post that, Mayank Agarwal, who was looking really good, very unlucky. Lot of soft dismissals towards the leg side. I think I've seen both India A and B, lot of dismissals were caught behind down the leg side. I think sometimes you might want to just leave those balls. It might be tempting, and sometimes that limited overs mindset might want you to go play at it, poke at it, but I think those some unnecessary wickets to a lot of bad deliveries were given, which was slightly disappointing. Definitely both sides would be disappointed with that. So that's one thing. So then after that, Riyan Parag played some really good shots. He was looking very solid. Again, he again got dismissed, got down the leg side. Again, then KL Rahul, as usual, he showed his resistance. We know that KL Rahul has had issues with regarding his mindset, and his approach to batting is very conservative, and it's more of trying to stay there than rather to take the game. I think that lack of intent is always in there, but no one can deny his ability in terms of skill and temperament. He just showed he's up there. He stood like a wall in that first innings, and I think he held one end well. But from a good position, they started to lose wickets, and they finished the day at around 206 for 8. So from of course they were significantly behind. But unfortunately, no one could for India B. No one could convert their shots. Everyone looked good for a period of time, but no one could get that big score. So and in the end, they couldn't get as much as they had expected. So then coming into the next innings with a significant lead, India B were very clear. They need to make sure they have at least 3 sessions where they can bowl at India A, so they can get a good significant lead, bat hard, go hard at it, and then finally they can try to bowl India A out. So the approach was very clear, and they came out all guns blazing. They took on the bowlers, and Sarfaraz Khan was just incredible, especially that over against Akash Deep. He hit 5 boundaries. It was just 5 different shots. One was a punch towards point, and then one cover drive, and then a straight drive, and then a leg glance, and then a cut. So he showed such variations of shots within an over that showed his class. I think he's found due for that spot in India's test squad, and finally he got that opportunity in the England series, and I'm hoping he continues this form and continues to impress. I think his ability to play the ball late and is something which can really benefit, especially in the series against Australia. That can definitely come into picture. I think he just needs to improve his ability to counter bounce better. Again, that ball which dismissed him, Avesh Khan, that extra bounce surprised him. That's one thing. And again, Rishabh Pant showed his intent, and he took on the bowlers, and he showed how attack is the best form of defense. He keeps proving it, and of course, you know that he's India definitely, when it comes to this red ball format, he has definitely been India's best wicketkeeper batsman. There is no question about it, and good to see him getting that touch, because in the recent series he was not at his best touch. So he got some form. Again, he got lucky with a drop chance, but he played a lot of really good shots. So that Sarfaraz and Pant carried that intent and made sure that India A keep extending that lead. So that they finished around with 150 for 6 going on to the last day. So from there, I think Akash Deep ensured that he bowled some really good deliveries, especially that ball to Washington Sundar was an absolute beauty of an in-swinger. And so India A, India B, finally they wrapped up their innings. So the target was 275 for India A. Of course, it was going to be very, very challenging. It really required some test and some grit and character if India A had to get these runs, and the opponents needed to get a good start. So Shubman Gill and Mayank Agarwal was dismissed early. Again, they worked on him. That they set him up for one kind of delivery and then bowl it the other way, and Mayank Agarwal they set him up for that incoming delivery and bowled one moving away from him and getting his outside edge. So Mayank Agarwal was dismissed early, and Shubman Gill he played some really good shots initially, and he looked pretty tight. And Riyan Parag came out batting with lot of intent and determination. The way he was batting, it really looked like he was going to take it on for India A, and he might play. He was set up for again another magical innings. But unfortunately, he got out to a really good delivery. That was like a wonderful delivery from Yash Dayal to nick his outside edge. That was like a fantastic ball. It really, the way he was batting, it needed a good ball to get him out, and that's what happened. And then KL Rahul again, he was holding on end pretty well. He was technically very solid. He was somebody who was looking like somebody very hard to dismiss. but unfortunately there was no support from the other end. Uh, Again, Dhruv was again a disappointment. Couldn't get going in the first innings and he was dismissed first ball. Shivam Dubey as well, he batted pretty fine for some certain period of time, but unfortunately even he was dismissed. So it was hard for KL Rahul. He really tried his best to hold on in. Then he understood that it was better to try to go for a draw than unnecessarily take that risk and go for a win, because unfortunately he was running short of partners. But Kuldeep Yadav supported him pretty well. They really tried their best. That they batted till the end of lunch, and it looked like maybe they might pull off a magical draw. But then Mukesh bowled a very smart cutter to dismiss KL Rahul. He went for that cut shot. I remember he played the same shot previously, and he got it over third man for four. But this time he got deceived by that lack of pace. It was very smartly bowled by Mukesh to get KL Rahul, and unfortunately his resistance couldn't take it through for India A. Then Akashdeep played some really good shots, especially the way he took on the spinners. He used his feet pretty well. It looked like a batsman of the highest caliber, or a top order batsman was batting the shots he played. So even the Akashdeep fought well. The bowlers tried playing some shots and hanging around there, but unfortunately too much runs. I think where they lost the game is from 94 for 7. They shouldn't have let it go that long towards 300. They should have tried to wrap the innings early. They got, once a partnership started building, they got in a very defensive zone. I think that's where they should try to be more aggressive, look for those wickets. But they completely lost momentum there. And that first innings from 94 for 7 going to 321, there itself India B got the upper hand. So you can say a fantastic start for India B, and the people who impressed me the most were of course Mushir Khan with a magical 181, and Sai Kishore as well. Even that small spell which he bowled, he bowled pretty well, but unfortunately his batting needs to improve. I don't see him that technically good enough to bat at the height, because nowadays in Test cricket you want to see how much batting ability a bowler can throw, like how Navdeep Saini. He showed that ability with the bat. Those things can give you that extra spark to get a chance ahead of someone. I think that's something you would like to work on. And of course, Navdeep Saini bowled pretty well, especially those balls Shuman Gill bowled. That first the ball coming in, and then that away swinger which he edged. So two really good balls, and Navdeep Saini was pretty well. And of course, the most impressive was Akashdeep. He's another promising prospect. I hope he keeps consistently delivering and maintains his rhythm. And Sarfraz Khan as well, those shots he played, even in that knock of 46, you could see that this man has that special ability. You could really see that. Sometimes even in the small innings, you can see that spark in a player, and Sarfraz Khan showed that spark. And of course, KL Rahul, we know how good he is and how technically solid he is. I hope he gets back to that old form. His form in red ball hasn't been the best of late, and he was ruled out due to injury. Now he's back. I hope it's very key, because KL Rahul is someone who's really vital for India's success, especially in the upcoming Australia series. His ability to counter bounce is something which will be very vital. So good to see KL Rahul back in the zone.